Ayo.
Year.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 29 of the Sports U podcast, baby.
Damn, we've been doing this shit for a minute.
29 feels good, man.
God.
I just want to personally say, like, we had actually a goal for 30. Hopefully we can get there and, have that done. Keep it a surprise for you guys. Possibly, yes. We'll see what's going on.
We'll
but,
see.
Definitely want to just remind you guys, hopefully you guys can shatter that like button for us. It does help show a lot of support, honestly, just because we are a newer channel. So that definitely makes a bigger difference when we have like 8-10 views right now. But like sometimes,
Nah, bro, we get
bro.
our 30 off, bro.
Hey, man.
No, hold on. We be getting
60.
our 30 off, bro. Hold on now.
This last one was 60, so
This last one was 60, bro.
by the time we started this one, you know what I'm saying?
We got a K in a day. Super proud of you, by the way, for doing that, man. Because, man,
it's pretty cool.
You and these video editing skills, man.
1100. It's all of our friends in Israel, man.
Shout out to
y'all,
the
man.
good country Israel, man.
Whoever subscribed to us, thanks for the support. Definitely appreciate your subscription, as well as your comments. You guys taught us to say Denny Avdia. I hope I said that right.
It's still Denny Diva.
Made you guys proud of me today. Learned a little bit of Israel. I don't know what they speak over there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little bit on that. But again, shout out that bro. Gotta keep it going. Gotta keep the show rolling. Again, shout out that like button. Subscribe if you enjoy the content.
Shout out that like button and bust down those comments.
All support is appreciated. Yeah, definitely leave a comment. Some suggestions, some topics that you guys would like to talk about. Gift man,
what's happening?
How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. It's another beautiful night in Rialto, right?
Rialto, baby. Hey, man, it's kind of cold outside. It's windy.
Always.
It's good enough.
It's that winter time.
Let's go ahead and kick it off, man. So we wanted to kick it off with something pretty cool here. Just give a stat for being episode 29.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pick somebody who's, of course, wore jersey number 29. Gifton, let's go ahead and start with you, buddy. Who'd you pick?
I picked DeMarco Murray.
That's a funny one, man. We were just talking about the Cowboys and my cousin, so like.
Yeah, DeMarco Murray, he was actually a pretty good running back. Didn't really hold up through his career, but I think, was it 2014, 2015? I can't remember exactly, but he had rushed for 1,000 yards in a season, and then that season after, like, his body just wasn't, like, really holding up like that after. But, yeah, that's my number 29 pick. What did you pick, Robbie?
I like that pick, first of all. Big DeMarco Murray fan, but that
he used to be shit back in the day.
I just want to point out and make Cowboys fans a little bit upset. That offensive line is what made DeMarco Murray, and now the offensive line is basically over. So you guys got like one left, so that kind of sucks. Anyways, to my number 29 pick, I went ahead and picked the Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson.
Of course.
Known for playing for the Rams and the Colts, of course. Led the league 4 different times in rushing, 6-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro first team, averaged 131 yards a game in his second year, over 2,100 yards total in that season. So pretty insane guy.
Yeah, I met him.
Numbers. You met him before.
Yeah, he's not that tall. He's only he's like your height.
He had a lot of fumbles, and I was kind of thinking, is this guy like smaller or something? Like, can he?
Nah, he's like your height, bro.
My height?
Yeah,
6'2".
Yep, 6'2", 6'3".
Hey. All right, no, but that's definitely my pick, Eric Dickerson. You know, everybody already knows like I'm a Rams fan.
Because he's a fucking Rams fan.
Isaac Bruce. Oh, you can't really see it too well this time, but here we go. Let's go ahead and get into our first topic here. We're gonna start off with some NFL. Gifton, what was your reaction to last night's or Thursday night's game? Basically, where the Chargers and the Raiders.
You got me, you motherfucker.
No,
You got me. I thought I had that shit in the bag, bro. I was like, cool, it's tied up. We going to OT. We gonna smooth the shits away. You know what I'm saying? We gonna soften up the corners and everything. But damn, Justin Herbert, man, that motherfucker, bro. I just love that courageousness in that kid, man. That kid he's willing to do whatever it takes to get the win, and I admire that in him. So my hat's off to Justin Herbert.
Can I ask you something? If those plays aren't completed or if he's not as accurate, are you calling him courageous or are you calling him he's a bust?
No, he's still courageous.
He's still courageous?
He's still courageous.
Okay, I like that you said
anybody who's that fucking big and can run like that, courageous.
Okay, so I understand that. Man, that game was really nice. It gave us, I think, a couple more views on our on our video for the last podcast there is like Justin Herbert was like right in the tagline. But nah, man, I think it showed out to just kind of give him the credit that he deserves. Again, I was saying that he just needs more praise. Look at this coaching staff. Every single week they're talking about it. And there's still some questionable things. But in the end, he was still able to pull it off, overcome it as well, and finish a game against a team that has lost 4 of the last 5 games. The only win that they have is against the Jets. Remember when that happened?
That's still fucking wild to me, man.
Dude, that's crazy to think about that. They were a playoff team. They were, like, in the hunt, and then now, like, look what they are.
Nobodies.
Yeah, look what they are. And then John Gruden, who's getting paid $10 million a year. It's, like, crazy.
Yeah,
but let me just go ahead and finish my, like, analysis of it. I think it just, again, kind of solidified what he's able to do. Dude, he's on every single outlet now. I'm so happy that we were able to just talk about him just because I like to, like, point out, and it gives me, like, I don't say it's probably, like, this guy just needs more praise. Like, I know that everybody's picked him to be, like, Rookie of the Year and stuff. Like, it's nothing, like that wasn't out of the ordinary. It wasn't unexpected. But this guy, like, he just solidified it, and it was awesome. I mean, that defense was not good, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, he did it on national television. And if you do something on national television, that means that's what you are.
Yeah. I mean, hey, he showed up, and he showed his ass. So, I give him that. He showed up.
I'm upset that Derek Carr didn't play because I just want to be right. Like,
it was a groin. I mean, I think he pulled his groin, like.
Oh, you want to talk about
badly,
Marcus Mariota? Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
But Marcus Mariota for you.
Yeah, because I mean, the way Marcus Mariota was still able to come in and contribute to the team, it's not like he was just like keeping the team stagnant or anything. He did have a passing touchdown for, I believe it was it 70 yards or 76 yards, and then he even got a rushing touchdown himself. So I mean, he came in and contributed, but it just kind of sucked to see that, like, this little motherfucker, man, like, like, you ever see like you guy can't, like, you ever see like a guy can't, like, do some shit that, like, you know you're not supposed to do, but it's like they just look good doing it anyway. Like, you motherfucker, but I just can't get mad. That's Justin Herbert.
That's how I feel. Oh, okay. I thought you were still talking about Marcus Mariota, but yeah, like with Marcus Mariota, I kind of feel that way about Taysom Hill. It's like, and you shouldn't be able to do all this stuff, but like they're giving you a lot of credit for that.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. All right, let's get into a topic that you actually brought up here, Gifton. Just talking about what is something that maybe it might be a little university here, Sports University. So basically, there's this thing where in the beginning of the season, they were talking about having a 17th game if all the owners agree to do this type of stuff or do that. And it's like also the media arrangements with all the, contracts and stuff. So there's a lot going into it. And then especially in a year that's been like this where things are still not figured out, it seems like.
Yeah.
It would be great to have that extra money for the NFL. So let me just give that couple things about it. Basically, I kind of dug deeper into this article from NFL.com. So the NFL's agreed upon new schedule format with a 17th regular season game is not yet a reality, but will become one if and when the league deems it appropriate. So it needs owners' approval, media agreements, and if it's needed, to determine the playoffs as well, which is something I feel like is big. So you brought it up, Gifton. What did you really want to say about it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, it's football players already go through enough with 16 hard-hitting football games. So it's like, why add another season? Why elongate some of those injuries? You know what I'm saying? Why have star quarterbacks and the league faces risk themselves with another game? You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely understand that. I think that's a really big thing that, we didn't really talk about this one beforehand. So that was a really good point, I feel like, is that I didn't really take an account of a player's aspect. And the only reason why is because the article was just talking about owners and, business in that type of way.
Of course, we're going to talk about the owners because that's all that fucking matters is the owners. The owners. Clearly, they didn't give a shit about the players. They want to add a fucking 17th game.
Well, so if there's like steps to go into it. Voting happens as well within the players. Unfortunately, it seems like nobody was, they had the knowledge in the right way. They weren't giving them the right knowledge, basically. So they were just telling people what they want to hear. That's always what happens with the union.
Right.
And then certain people went to go vote.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't vote as well. So with everything in mind, I definitely think that that's a really cool thing to bring up and a really big question to kind of answer. You know what I mean?
I mean, how do you feel about it?
For me, I think that it's a very interesting point to bring out. I think that play the game if there are like championship or excuse me, like playoff hopes on the line.
Okay.
Because I think that's just good TV and everything works out.
Okay.
They agreed to it. Like, I'm not trying to be that dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't want to go into it like that. But I'm sorry, man. Like, it seems like a really cool thing to watch as a sports fan, and like, you know, they get paid a lot, and I understand like it's a huge risk to do. But everybody, like, if you talk to any football player, like, I'm sure it's more split now because of how it is, but they don't really care about that. Like, this is them, you know what I mean? They're football players. Yeah. Like they expect this to happen, or they already know what they signed up for. They've gotten hit before, you know what I mean? So, depending on weather, like the actual weather, I wouldn't mind a 17th game, especially if like there's a couple of divisions where it's really close. Like, I would love to give Lamar Jackson a 17th game to possibly beat the Browns, and the Browns are not in the playoffs, which is kind of funny, or the Browns can even win a wild card spot. But again, you know, I other than Lamar Jackson like trying to get into the playoffs, like I don't really see any other benefit from it. But I think it could be like cool, you know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of things.
I mean, I guess it's a little science experiment, but it's a dumbass science experiment if you ask me.
I think you brought up a really good point. So let's go ahead and get into the next one here. We got another one from you, actually.
Hot shot Murray!
I'm happy that I actually had the camera on you, brother. But let me go ahead and
finally,
get into it.
Damn.
Man, he needs to keep his hopes alive. And he's actually playing the Eagles, right?
Yes, sir.
Jalen Hurts, baby.
Yes, sir.
Wow. All right, so let's go ahead and just start with you, Hotshot Murray. This is your guy, man. This is your pick for a lot of different things.
Yeah, I expect a big game out of Hotshot Murray and the Cardinals, honestly. I mean, right now they're in the hunt for a wild card spot. Are they in the hunt, or are they fighting for a wild card?
No, they're definitely fighting for a wild card.
They're fighting for a wild card spot right now. I expect a huge. No, I don't want to say huge, but I mean,
double down on that, man. This is your guy.
300+ yards, 300+ passing yards.
I would 300 plus. I like passing. Scrimmage more, but 300 passing, he can do it.
300 because he can do it both. But I expect a big ass game from Kyler Murray, man. Like he's been bred for this moment. We've been waiting for this moment. This moment is finally here. Arizona has been waiting to get in the playoffs because Arizona hasn't really been relevant like that. You know,
it feels
what I'm
like
saying?
You know, in his
and
third
it feels
year,
like we're right. It's like we're right fucking here. You know what I'm saying? Like we're knocking on the goddamn door, bro. So I expect a huge fucking game from Kyler Murray this weekend. Huge ass game.
I'm with you on that one. Where like Kyler Murray, I feel like he needs to he wants to put a stamp on this on the season right now. Against the Eagles with going up against somebody, another Oklahoma Sooner coming from the same thing. I just think that the Cardinals defense, they're already used to kind of covering Kyler Murray and getting set for him. They can
Eagles defense?
No. The Cardinals defense when they're in practice, they're playing their offense. Something like that. I'm sure that happens. That they're used to covering people like Kyler Murray. But for the Eagles, you know what I mean? Jalen Hurts just got in there. And then at the same time, I feel like it's too much to say like to happen twice. But also like, this Eagles front, they can get to the quarterback, but once you get Kyler Murray out of the the pocket, he becomes dangerous.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I just kind of see Kyler Murray being able to do a lot, and also again like I feel like he needs to put that stamp, like you're saying, on the league, just saying like, hey, man, we're an actual playoff contender. I have DeAndre Hopkins. I have my coach, Cliff Kingsbury.
I have the safest fucking hands in the NFL, Larry Fitz.
Yeah, like Larry Fitz, I feel like is a little bit of below right now. It's honestly, it sucks to see it happen.
Yeah, because they're starting to play more through like Kenyon Drake, and I mean, D-Hop was already a superstar. Christian Kirk, you know what I'm saying? Isabella. And is it Mark Williams?
Another
the tight end.
Oh, I don't really know their tight ends like that. I'm gonna be completely
I was just playing Madden last night, bro. God damn. Anyway, but I expect a huge game from Kyler Murray.
No, I definitely agree with that, and I have nothing really to say off of that, just because like, again, for all those different reasons, I feel like the Cardinals, they just have something to play for. The Eagles, like, I think it's cool. Like, I think it'll say a lot about Jalen Hurts if they're able to, like, rally the troops and get something done. You know, going up against the Cardinals team that's supposed to be good. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited to watch this game, but I think we're also going to talk about it a little bit more in Rolling Dice. But let's go ahead and get into that segment here, Gifted.
Let's get into it, Robbie.
What's it called, brother?
Roll those dice.
Rolling Dice, man. Let's get into it. So, basically, we're just going to do a couple of games, a couple picks. There's a spread involved. We're going to go ahead and just say which pick that he has, Gifted. And then me, myself, Rob on the mic. And then after that, we'll go ahead and pick one that we both want to go ahead and hopefully you guys win this weekend, win you some money. Or lose. I'm going to lose your money.
I'm going to lose all your money, and I ain't going to say shit to you about it.
If I lose your money, dislike this video.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. All right, so, Gifton, go ahead and do your prediction, my friend.
All right, so on here first, we have the Saints versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints. I think with Drew Brees being back, I mean, Taysom Hill was getting the job done. He was scoring touchdowns, but I feel like we can put Taysom Hill back in his natural habitat and, you know, let him just kind of be on the field and, you know what I'm saying, go back to doing what he was originally doing, which was, you know, being that Swiss Army knife type of dude. He can get you a touchdown, get you a run, get you a first down. You know what I'm saying? Drew Brees, I expect Drew Brees to just come back. I expect a big game from Drew Brees actually too, just to, you know, show it too. Patrick Mahomes, like, I still got it.
You think the Chiefs got it then?
No, I think the Saints got it.
So the Saints will cover 3.
Yep.
So they have to win by 3 here. That's tough.
Yeah.
I think that
it's gonna be a close game.
I think the Saints will want to prove something.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole synopsis with Patrick Mahomes a little bit later, to kind of just talk about that one just a little bit more.
Okay.
And the Packers beat the Saints by 7 earlier in the year, and that was with Drew Brees. So now you have Patrick Mahomes, both MVP candidates. They're going into this game. I feel like Patrick Mahomes has to again put that, like, I want a better word than put a stamp on something, but just emphasize that he's the better player than Aaron Rodgers. So I think they're gonna smack the Saints, and I don't think the Saints will have like the same type of camaraderie that they've had in the past.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. You know, like you went from Taysom Hill to Drew Brees now, and it wasn't like Taysom Hill wasn't completing 70% of his passes.
Yeah, no, Taysom Hill was holding it together, but
Drew Brees. Yeah, and Drew Brees wasn't passing crazy. Like, this guy's not passing that crazy either. But, like, he also provides, like, I'm able to get out of the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So maybe the line has a different type of time because they don't have to block a different way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, like, I think that Patrick Mahomes will go ahead and beat him by more than 7 so that he can go ahead and say, like, I'm the MVP. Like, I'm going to beat these Saints. I'm going to beat them down bad.
Right.
So that's why I think, personally, I think he said that the Saints will cover. No, I don't think that will happen at all. I think that the Chiefs will go ahead and smack the fuck out of them Saints. Yeah, man, they only have to win by 3, or 4. So, like, give me that money.
Okay.
That's easy money.
Okay.
They just lost to the fucking Eagles, man. To a rookie quarterback. You tell me that they're going to lose to...
That was Taysom Hill's fault. It was all Taysom Hill's fault.
They're going to lose to that, man? I don't know about that. All right, let me go ahead and get into mine.
Good.
I do have the 49ers versus the Cowboys. They have the 49ers being the favorites, I think it is. So, for me, I think that the 49ers can actually beat the Cowboys by, like, man, I just feel like it's so much. Like, if you think about it, you have Robert Saleh on the 49ers side, right? And then you also have, he's like fighting for like a head coaching job.
Right.
So he can't lose to the fucking Cowboys, who have awful ass defense. That's first of all. Second, when you look at the way that Nick Mullins is able to throw right now, especially with Brandon Ayuk coming back, it's something that I feel like is underappreciated. I don't think that he's like the next guy to be, but like you have Kyle Shanahan behind you, you're still able to do a lot with that. And then, I mean, they can get their running game going, especially against his Cowboys defense. So, man, I expect the Cowboys to lose pretty bad here to the 49ers. You know, I've been kind of like, don't worry about these boys, all this and all that. Man, they kept fucking.
Man, you was riding that shit hard to chill off them boys, to get off them boys.
Hey,
them boys is getting fucking smacked every time they playing football, Robbie. So, you know what? I'm agree with you on that one. Because fuck the cat. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't gonna go off on a tangent.
Hey, no,
right
man,
now,
I'm telling you, this is an easy one, man.
Yeah, this is an
49ers
easy
only
one.
have to win by 3.
This is an easy one, folks. This is an easy one, folks. And then
It's
go
ridiculous.
ahead and cash out me my $5 so I can put in my gas tank because time is hard.
Times is hard.
But yeah, I got the 49ers as well, man. And then I kind of alluded to it like off the podcast. I never really said it on here. I feel like Jerry Jones is taking advantage of what happened to Dak Prescott. I know it's kind of fucked up, but like he doesn't mind taking for the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. So
At this point.
Yeah, at this point, but I mean, yeah, folks, this is an easy one. So go ahead and pick them 49ers, man, and go ahead and cash out your boy when you get that $5, man.
Cash app him, man. All right, and then we have one that we both went ahead and picked. It is going to be this Eagles and the Cardinals.
Yes, sir.
We just talked about it right now. So right now, the Eagles at Cardinals is the Cardinals are favored by 6.5. So that means that the Cardinals basically have to win by a touchdown to cover. So with what we just said, that's pretty much the reason why we want to go ahead and pick that one as well.
Yep.
Both of us, we feel like he's going to put a stamp on it. This guy, Kyler Murray, is definitely something to watch as well. Gifton said 300-plus yards.
300-plus, baby.
Something to really look forward to. He's able to run the ball as well. But if you think about it this way, like, both of these guys are from Oklahoma. They can both run. They can both throw. They're very dynamic. They're big playmakers as well. So I wouldn't like go past that. Both of them rush for 100 yards plus.
Okay.
And I'd rather take that one than like your 300 one because I think there's going to be more running.
Yeah.
But no, like I definitely think that he's going to allude, like there's not going to be that much open, so he's going to allude to running when it comes to Jalen Hurts. But then you have Hotshot Murray on the other side, you know what I'm saying? So
Hotshot.
Nothing. He's called he takes them calculated runs. I was like, that's what you like to say, man. And calculated runs. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into the next one here.
What's that?
So I was mentioning it beforehand. It was basically about Patrick Mahomes. Now, so Patrick Mahomes, I just want to ask you real quick. Do you think that if he wins against the Saints, that he wins MVP? Are you still sticking with Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, because I'm going to say yes, only because he has the wins behind it, the media behind it, and the numbers behind it. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. So I just want to say like two things here. So everybody's been comparing Aaron Rodgers to Patrick Mahomes the course of this year for MVP. Unfortunately, Tom Brady's not in that situation anymore. Get that.
I mean, he is and he ain't, but okay. That's a totally different podcast.
I just play it, bro.
You better be motherfucker before I come over there and show you what's good.
Here we go. Come on, man. Pause. So we have the Chiefs. Basically, man, apparently, like, the Chiefs have a less of a roster. Or, excuse me.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, they apparently they have a better roster than the Chiefs, right?
Duh.
I mean, excuse me. The Chiefs have a better roster than the Green Bay Packers.
Duh.
All right. So I just want to say something real quick because the Packers actually have a better defense than the Chiefs.
Yes.
In terms of yardage, right here, the Packers are 8th in the league and the Chiefs are 18th.
Yeah, because Kenny over there holding shit down.
Man, but what you? Oh yeah, shout out
Kenny.
To Kenny. Hey, I'm just saying, bro. Like he has more to work with on a defense.
Yeah,
man.
that's cool, but he has the numbers and the media.
No. That's what I'm explaining how Aaron Rodgers needs to be
my bad.
taken down. Yeah, no, I still got Patrick Mahomes. You're right though, because he has a less defense. He might have better weapons, but he doesn't have a less of a defense. But yet he has more wins. That's kind of weird. Isn't that what most valuable players are supposed to do? Get you wins?
I know, right?
Oh, that's pretty funny, right? So the Chiefs go up. Let's see here. Against the second best defense, which is the Saints. So now, like, if he smashes these guys by more than a touchdown,
right,
compared to Saints defense that was probably lackluster, getting like 37 points dropped off on them by the Packers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Patrick Mahomes has to smash these boys to get to the MVP, right? Also, first is the Rams, by the way. That's the best defense in the league. Rams fans. So yeah, that's exactly what I like. I have to say, Packers beat them by a touchdown. With the Chiefs, I thought they're gonna win by more than a touchdown. That's why I picked that bet as well. Double down, baby.
Ooh.
I'm a betting man.
Okay.
Man, Drew Brees is coming back. Come on, dude. Patrick Mahomes is a way better QB than Drew Brees is right now. I don't understand how they're in the same class as of right now. So like,
I mean,
Drew Brees coming back, it doesn't scare me.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't count the OGs out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, that's a good one.
I just don't count out the OGs like
Man.
Tom motherfucking Brady.
He gonna come in and he's just gonna like dip and dive everywhere, like, or what was it?
Dink and dunk
everywhere, and then Alvin Kamara is just gonna magically have 10 receptions and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's I know that motherfucker's crazy.
Crazy
man.
ass dude, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it with the football right there.
Yes, sir.
Definitely want to check on all of those bets there. We'll go ahead and update with you guys on that one, and yeah, we'll see how it goes with Hot Shot Murray. We'll see how it goes with the 17th game. Maybe there's going to be some playoff excitement there, and they might want to go ahead and do that, take care of them, and get all the money that they can.
True.
And then you have the MVP race. Keep an eye on that. Telling you, man, Patrick Mahomes is going to dominate the Saints.
Whatever, man.
All right, man.
Talk about it no more.
Let's go ahead. I don't want to talk about it no more. All right. So now we have the NBA.
The reason why we do the damn show in the first place.
That's what I was waiting for. So we're going to go ahead and start it off with the big shit. Big contract, big checks, man.
Ooh, big checks.
Dude, big as fuck.
Big checks.
$225 million. For 5 years.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Giannis.
His kids don't even need to worry about shit, bro. They are
Antetonkoumpo.
straight.
I just want this to be out there. Leave a like for this. I spelled his fucking name right on the first try.
Oh, word?
Leave me a like. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I even
Wait,
got
his
the
last
M
name
right.
or his first name?
His last name.
Oh, word?
His last name.
I just know how to say it. I can't spell that bitch.
No, I spelled it right the first time. I was so hyped when I pressed space and then there was no red squiggly line under it. I was like, they got an Antetonkoumpo in here? Like, that's crazy. They got
That's
a dictionary.
hard.
But anyway, yeah, so he got a contract extension. Again, 5 years, $225 million.
Yeah.
What is your reaction to this?
I am happy that Giannis got that big payday, but it just sucks to see him just keep losing in Milwaukee because they're not gonna win shit.
Really?
I don't care that they got Drew Holiday, bro. They're not gonna win shit.
Yeah, bro. I don't see Drew Holiday.
I don't see Drew Holiday and Dante DiVincenzo.
Dante DiVincenzo. I was really high on
As
that
a
guy.
fucking
And then
good-
he's kind of just like.
And I feel like
slithers
it's because he's in Milwaukee and they just kind of have to like cater to Giannis in that offense. But I mean, like, I don't see him winning in Milwaukee. He signed that money. We all know what happens in the NBA now. You sign your money, you wait about a year or two, you throw a fit, you out by the summertime.
Yeah, so that's what I had to say about it and like my reaction to it. So like, I want to just kind of attack it from two different angles here. So first and foremost, he's getting paid so much more money now. Like
That's
if he
ridiculous.
left, unless it was like a sign and trade, which is way harder and you actually lose so much assets because you have to like match the contracts together.
Right.
So anyway, like it's basically like he's there. You know what I mean? And he has so much money now, and like it's just awesome to see somebody that came from, you were saying, like he was like selling on trains?
He was selling like little trinkets and stuff on the train, and then like him and his brothers would like. So one would work the morning shift, one would work the night shift, and the mid shift. So like somebody could always stay like at home with the mom or everything like that. But like even when it came to basketball practice, like bro, they were all sharing shoes.
Yeah, no, and then not only that, but he was always sending money back home, especially
he didn't even fucking have
payment.
He was running to the stadium for games.
It's like, bro, come on, like you guys got it, and that's the Bucks, man. Is that a first class organization where you're running the games? Like, come on, bro, that's your first round pick.
I mean, now that shit is hey, we'll fly up, mom. We'll put him in the nicest fucking hotel, security, everything. But I mean, yeah, like I'm happy he got his money. It just sucks that he's in Milwaukee, but I mean, hey.
No, like, but I want to just kind of add on to what you were saying in the first place, where like it's kind of like you can just make a fuss and then you leave.
Oh yeah,
so
please do.
I want to add on that. Like, I don't think that he's that type of dude. I do want to have a little comparison real quick with him and LeBron James. I feel like they're like very calculated in both things, and LeBron never says like I'm gonna stay here or I feel like I'm gonna stay here for the rest of like my career or whatever. Okay. Never really heard him say that about any type of team. So, anyway, so. Giannis has already said it. I'm going to stay here. This is where I feel like I want to raise my kids, all this and all that. So what basically I kind of see is that it's either he's going to play it all out and he's actually going to be that guy where I just stay with one team and he can actually probably bring – and I believe that he could bring them a championship. Like, him being there for that long, like, he still has another 6 years of dominance, and LeBron James is not going to be in the league in the next, like –
4.
After, like, 4 years, maybe?
After, like, 4. I mean, wait a minute.
We'll see.
He'll still be there, but how effective will he be? We don't know.
Yeah. So to get back to this one though, I think that if he puts 3 years in, and like they see like a just on the roster, it's like going downhill. I don't think that they would.
There.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think they have that same respect. It's a mutual respect where Giannis is like, hey, like I'm here and I want to do it, but like. You see what's going on right here. Like, there's just no hope. Like,
yeah, we're just beating a dead horse here.
So, like, I believe that it will be like a mutual thing, even though I feel like it'll just be Giannis. But I feel like it's a mutual thing where they'll get kind of
like a Marc Gasol thing, where like they know they had to like move away from Mark, but Mark didn't really want to leave.
Yeah, like it's. I just feel like it's going to be a mutual respect. I think that Giannis is way better than Mark. So like in terms of like person.
And I'm just saying like in similar situations.
I get that part, but I think that it's important to like have an elite player have like control of where he's going to go.
Yeah.
So and then he's still under contract for 2 more years, not just 1 year.
Right.
So when you look, so for me, I just feel like it's going to be a mutual respect type of thing throughout the whole thing. But I think that if there is no chance of winning a championship there, like in sight, that he has to go somewhere else.
Right.
Because to be a great in this league, you have to be champion. You have to be champion. You can't just be a like MVP there. So that's what I expect from him. I'm really happy he got it. I wouldn't want anybody else to get a Supermax contract. Rudy Gobert.
Pandemic Pete.
This guy. So like I'm very happy for him right there. But yeah, do you have anything else to say about Giannis?
I wish you the best, man. I really do.
Get a jump shot. It's better than my jumper.
I wasn't gonna say it. I was trying to be so nice, you piece of shit.
What'd I do, man? I was say get a jumper.
I was trying to be nice to him because like, I actually like him as a player, but like even though that's the elephant in the fucking room, but hey.
Just to put out a quote from him, he says, "It's the place I want to raise my kids. I feel good here." Yeah, you can have 2 houses, Giannis. Leave your family in Milwaukee, and then you can take your ass to somewhere new. I'm not gonna say nothing. Knicks in 3-4 years.
Oof.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the next one here. Gittin, you wanted to bring this up. Go ahead and bring it in.
My guy, Rudy.
Fuck this guy.
Gobert. Recently turned down what was he offered? He was offered
a max.
He was offered a max, but he turned it down because he wants a Supermax. So the question I want to ask you is, Robbie, do you feel like the French fuckman should get a contract extension?
No.
Damn.
And that's why. Well, first of all, he shut down the league. That's first, bro. That's first and foremost right there. Like. He shut down the league by, like, giving everybody COVID, And then that's first. And then you want a Supermax? You know what I'm saying? Like come on, man. And how you handled it and shit. I didn't like that. That's not professional. I gave you a max, not Supermax. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like, bro, like first of all, a Supermax comes with something. Like you gotta sell jerseys. You gotta be like,
that is
true. I gotta get my return on investment.
That is
who
true.
the fuck is buying a Gobert jersey, bro?
French
like,
people.
Who the fuck in France, like, get a Tony Parker jersey, you motherfucker. Like, or even Kobe Bryant jersey. He's from France. Like, come on, man. Like, don't get no damn Rudy Gobert jersey. Who the fuck wants a Rudy Gobert jersey, bro? That's ridiculous. All right, so you first of all, you don't make me money, and then to like top it all off, like. People always want to talk about, like, look at the analytics, look at this, look how Rudy Gobert is. I understand that he's a great defensive player, but if I have a guy who's gonna give me, okay, would you rather have like a Karl Anthony Towns or him if you had the choice?
Karl Anthony Towns, only because he does more.
Okay, that's my point. Like, he doesn't play a lick of defense, but he plays offense.
Right, and
so
that's
you rather have
all
an offensive player
in this league. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. It's a different type of league. You're not what we expect you to be for a Supermax. You got to be ultra talented like Joel Embiid. So you just turn down a max, man? Like, I don't really know what happens with the rest of it, but let me just say this other thing. If you're actually watching the games, I understand, like, he changes a lot of stuff. He's a very good, like, effective player, like, you know, when he affects shots.
Yeah, yes.
Huge influence. Intimidator, Hall of Fame. But maybe it's just me, and maybe it's because he's just that tall.
Okay.
But he just looks like he's lost out there every single time, man. And he's always just have his hands up, and he just gets a little close to somebody, and then they miss a shot. Like, I'm going to miss mid-ranges too. Like, everybody miss mid-ranges. Nobody takes mid-ranges anymore. Like, I'd rather have a perimeter defender, like, that can give me 18 a night than deal with this fucking fool. Like, I don't know. That's just me. But how you feel, Gittin, about this? You brought it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, only because I feel like with having Rudy Gobert there, it's kind of tarnishing Donovan Mitchell's next level that he's supposed to reach. You know what I'm saying? Because Donovan Mitchell is like a slashing type player, and it's kind of hard when you just have this big ass stick in the mud who can't really move left or right. You know what I'm saying? But he has the fucking audacity to ask for a Supermax.
Audacity.
Yeah, so I mean, if they let him walk after this season, they don't give a fuck because they got theirs in Donovan Mitchell. Now where he should go is
you
like
give a Supermax.
Yeah,
you don't give it to
yeah,
him.
that's what you give, and he rightfully deserved that. Donovan Mitchell rightfully deserved his contract. But I mean, where Rudy Gobert should consider going is like Golden State, the Knicks, Boston.
I like Boston.
Who's another team that needs a big?
Toronto. Okay, Toronto I feel like can do a lot with Rudy Gobert.
Toronto could do it. Yeah, Nick Nurse will work him in, but it's just like for Utah, that's not gonna work.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Well, that's a good one. I mean, Rudy Gobert, he has the accolades. He has. I think he only has one All-Star. Like, come on, bro. One All-Star appearance,
and you want a
Supermax?
You're crazy.
I gotta look that up while I explain this next one. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into our next topic. Gifton, you are a Rockets fan.
I sure am.
There's a lot of shit going on with your team.
It's a lot of shit going on.
I think a lot of people would love to be in your situation.
Yeah,
a lot of fans would love to be in your situation because you get to just do all these scenarios, do all this fucking like analyzing, and figure out what you want to do.
Especially all the Rockets talk on Twitter. All the Rockets talk on Twitter is great. Like who would trade what for James Harden? It's everywhere. I love it.
So let me go ahead and just give a rundown of what's happening so far this offseason.
Please do.
So the Houston offseason, and this is from The Athletic here. I got it from I think his name is Holligan. But his last name is Holligan. But anyway, I'll go ahead and give him some reference later. So we have the Houston's offseason where general manager Daryl Morey resigned, hired Raphael Stone as GM, hired Steven Silas as head coach, traded Russell Westbrook to Washington for Paul George and a future first, You have
John Wall. You said Paul George.
Oh, I am so sorry.
I was like, who?
You know what it is? It says PG.
Oh yeah.
Point guard.
Okay.
And I said Paul George.
Yeah.
I am.
No,
my apologies.
You're good.
So anyway, traded Robert Covington to Portland for Trevor Ariza.
That one hit, man.
I was happy that they got
that
Trevor
one
Ariza
hit.
back.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, if you got him back,
up.
and then
let me do it. The 19th pick and a future first in that trade still. Then they traded the 19th pick, a future second, cash, and Trevor Ariza to Detroit for Christian Wood, where they did a sign-in trade, of course. Gave him $41 million for, I think it was 3 years?
3 years.
3 years. And a future first as well. They sent cash to Sacramento for a 52nd pick, drafted Kenyon Martin Jr.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Give him
Somebody
time. Give him a little bit of time. A little bit of time.
And then you also have DeMarcus Cousins, who signed, and Gerald Green.
Yes, sir.
1 year minimum, non-guaranteed. DeMarcus Cousins. Boogie! And then you also have, it looks like you guys signed small forward Jason Tate for about 3 years.
He's good. He's like a good, he's like a slasher, but he's also like a good defender, too, in the G League.
Okay, cool. And then, of course, you lost a couple of people here. You lost Jeff Green, Austin Rivers, Luke Mbamute, Tyson Chandler, DeMar Carroll. All right. As a Rockets fan, Gifton, I just want to know what is you're hearing everybody's talking Twitter and all this stuff.
I hear it every day.
You probably take pieces of everything of what you like to hear. Let's just get a perspective from a real, actual Rockets fan that does his digging. What do you want to do with what's going on here with this Rockets team? A lot of trades, a lot of...
Yeah. The main thing, well, like I said, if we're going to trade James Harden, then I want either a star for a star, a young star for a star, or heavy assets. Very heavy assets. A lot of picks, phenomenal bench players, something.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see James Harden go for anything. And then another thing that's tough about it too is also with the PJ Tucker situation and his contract, because as we alluded to last week's Tuesday's podcast, PJ Tucker, he wanted his contract extension, but we gave it to Christian Wood, and I mean Christian Wood is I watched the highlights. Christian Wood's gonna be something.
I don't think he's gonna be anything great. I just think he'll have a bigger platform.
Yeah.
Man, nobody knew who Christian Wood was going into the offseason. I'm telling you.
It was. But from what I seen, okay, he can play. Now where the ceiling is, now where the ceiling is for him, I don't know. I don't want to compare him to nobody yet. I want to see like actual season games. But yeah, so the PJ Tucker situation and the James Harden situation, I mean, it weighs a lot on the Rockets team, because I know that the team themselves and James Harden would just like to get something done.
So what do you recommend? That you just get those two guys out of there with like the bad, I guess you could say. Not I don't want to call it an attitude. I just want to say like just it's a bad morality that's going on right there.
It can go south if you don't get PJ Tucker and James Harden out of there. So as much his 8 years there, and I don't want to call his 8 years a failure either. I think it was a success. But he just couldn't get to the finals, man. And I feel like, you might as well just get it over with and trade them both at this point.
All right, let me just ask you this last question then.
Okay.
I'd like to follow up with with all that you said. So you mentioned you want to do a PJ Tucker, James Harden trade for other assets, right? Mm-hmm. What do you want in exchange? Like you mentioned, the young star, somebody up and coming, somebody at least that can hold a name almost. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I see a lot on Twitter, like Tyler Hero's not cutting it. You know what I'm saying? Like Karis LeVert not cutting it. You know what I'm saying? Either I need Ben, or I need Denver to do something.
Yeah, we were talking about Denver and how much assets that they have, and they just need to go for it. So, I definitely think that Denver is a possibility. It's not a possibility. I just think that it should happen.
Yeah.
I don't think that is necessarily a possibility because they haven't been in trade talks, and I just don't think that James Harden thinks that they're a contender.
I don't know why.
Because he's looking at other teams right now, like the Heat, the Sixers, the Nets, and then I think one more team. I forget what the other team is. But what I'm trying to say is, I think I said the Heat.
Oh, my bad.
Basically same thing. So I'm just like, where I don't think he's gonna go to Denver, but like, dude, if he went to Denver, that'd be something.
That shit would be lit.
Okay,
that'd be fun as hell.
That'd be crazy as fuck. So again, like looking at what the Rockets need, who they acquired, Paul George, DeMarcus Cousins, really big. Wood, of course. What do you want to do with those assets? Like coming back, like what would you have on your wish list?
I would honestly like a perimeter wing player, like a name wing player, because I feel like that's the last thing that we're missing. Like we got like you said, we got a point guard, we got bigs, we got a bench, we have depth, we have a good coach. I feel like the last little piece we're missing is a good wing, because like the small ball's cool. It's gonna work during certain occasions, certain times.
Small ball's
like,
over.
Yeah.
Small ball's over. You don't think so?
No.
I think they're still gonna shoot.
Miami played fucking small ball. What are you talking about? Small balls.
Their
over?
Small ball is not the same.
I know, but I'm just saying. I know, but
I'm not
just
saying that
though,
small
like,
ball is not an option. I'm just saying that small ball is not gonna.
No,
happen.
but I mean, yeah, like somebody I wish we would have like got or paid attention to was Gallinari. I feel like Gallo would have been tight, or like even if we could have got like Bogdanovich. I know it was a sign and trade, but like that was probably like the wing power forward type player that we really needed to probably put us over the top.
All right, so wing power, wing.
Well,
like
a tweener, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I'm like, he could either be 6'8" or he's like a 6'10" small. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
then,
just in between that.
And then is that all you would want, or would you want picks because it feels
I
like
mean,
a
of
rebuild?
course. I mean, yeah, we got
probably
got like 2 picks right now. So I mean, yeah, a couple of picks for reassurance. You know what I'm saying? Just in case the shit falls apart, and then we also have a future to back on because we don't. But yeah, you know, that's honestly what I would like to see, because like you said, we got a point, we got a bench, we got a bigs, we got depth, we got a coach. That's the last thing that I like. I feel like the piece, because we're still gonna be a contender. We're not going to be like a top 3, top 4 contender. We might be fighting for like 5 through 8, really, depending on what happens.
No, I feel it, man. I think that you kind of covered everything on what you guys should get. I would have to watch the team a little bit more to just like get an idea of what you guys would need. Seems like you guys have enough shooting. It seems like you guys got a good big and Boogie, maybe a backup big. That's nice for him, because it doesn't seem like you guys have a backup big. Yeah, I don't really know too much about like what you would want to return. Like for example, let's say like, even though Daryl Morey says that he's not training Ben Simmons, like he's always going back on what he says.
Chris Paul.
Crazy. I would say that like this guy, if you get Ben Simmons, like you would know how to build around, but you don't really know how you're building right now.
It would still be kind of awkward, because Ben Simmons is a big ass point guard. So how would him and John Wall kind of mesh? That's when I feel like, okay, Ben, like you really need to move to the small forward.
I don't know. I think like you can't pass up that kind of talent, and
you can't. But I mean, it would be it's gonna be awkward. I mean, they'll figure it out, but it'll be a little awkward at first.
Mm-hmm. I get you on that. No, I do think that if they do get, like, you don't pass up Ben Simmons, but if they do get Ben Simmons, you'll have a better idea of like how to build around him. Right now it's a little weird, but I think the Rockets are a really cool team to like be a fan of. You don't really know what you're expecting, but you know you have a lot of good like little pieces. Even if you get rid of James Harden and PJ Tucker, it's kind of like, what are you guys gonna get back? That's exciting too. So maybe even get to keep James Harden. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll fucking see. All right, we'll see.
Well, that's gonna be it for episode 29 here, guys.
Damn, already?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I know that it was a little cut off right there. Sorry about that. But we're just gonna keep going for you guys. If you guys made it to the end, I think it was about like 45 minutes or so. Definitely appreciate you guys showing all of that support and bringing our average view duration up as well.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate all the support.
But again, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys made it this far. Definitely look us up on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify.
Yes, sir.
Check us out on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Everything is pretty much Sports U Podcast. You can see on like that lower part right there.
It's right. Yeah.
Check out everything there. Yeah, definitely show your support. We're up and coming. Definitely want to prove ourselves and just to continue to make some more content for you guys. A lot of it, hopefully. And also, the more we see, like we be refreshing our shit like every other second. So like once we see like a little change, it's like more motivation to like get the next part done.
Definitely.
So again, appreciate you guys' support.
Shout out them comments. Bust down that like button.
Yeah, all that shit.
And remember to support the youth.